Let it go. 얼어붙어 like whoa. 띵하고 어지러워. I see. 한여름에도 넌 겨울.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be sharing my updated makeup routine. There's no much difference from the previous one, just a few products here and there that I changed. I don't do a lot for my makeup, but it comes out nice. So if you are a person who is struggling to reduce the amount of products that you use on your face, or not use a lot of products, or the videos you've been seeing people use a lot of products, then this is the video for you. This is literally the bag that contains, or the bag that holds all of my makeup products. I don't have a lot, so yeah, everything is in here, and this is going to give us the best makeup look. Okay, if you see me looking this way, just know that my mirror is here, and yeah, I'll just look here to do my makeup. So I've gone off camera to do my brows because that takes me a while to do. So I use the Beauty by Didi liner to define my brows, and then I go in with Maybelline Fit Me concealer to clean up my brows. This is in the shade 50. So I use this to clean up under my brows, and then I go in with my foundation for the top of my brows. So after that I go in with a primer. I don't really do this all the time. Depending on how long I'm going to wear the makeup for, I would use a primer. So I use the Fenty Beauty one to prime my face, and I just take literally 2.5 pumps, nothing too much, and then place it in the areas that I would normally oil or sweat. I don't sweat as much on my face, I just produce a lot of oil. So I'm going to be placing this concealer on my T-zone. Remember, my mirror is here, so please don't get confused. So I'm going to go in with foundation, and for foundation I use a mix of two. I used Note Luminous Moisturizing Foundation, and I use the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. These two are very different when it comes to function. This is moisturizing and this is mattifying. This is my main foundation. It contains SPF 15, but because it's too red for me, I don't have a red undertone, although camera is probably capturing me as having a red undertone, but I really do not have a red undertone, so it's quite too red for me. That's why I mix it with this. This has a neutral undertone, so it helps to balance out that red. So I just use the brush to place it on the areas that I'm going to be applying my foundation. Going in with my Real Techniques expert brush. I promise this brush is not dirty, okay? It's just stained. I use the patting technique, more like patting in my foundation instead of rubbing. So with this you get better coverage and you have a better finish. Another tip is, if you want to use lesser products, you should invest in a full coverage foundation, so that a little just does the work for you. And please, because you're going to conceal under your eyes, just avoid putting foundation under your eyes so you don't have product build up on your skin, making your application not flawless. So just avoid under your eyes and just apply every other place. So that's that for foundation. So the next thing I do is to go in with my concealer. I'm going in with the same concealer that I used to line I used to clean up under of my brows. I'm going to be using this to conceal and highlight at the same time. I'm just going to be applying this at the areas that I want to conceal, and also same areas that I want to highlight. So literally under my eyes, a little there, my chin, a little bit on my forehead because I already have a huge forehead, so I don't need all that concealer. Down the bridge of my nose. I'll go in immediately to start blending some parts of my face, especially my forehead, because I don't want it to look so prominent that I concealed or that I'm highlighting my forehead, because I already have a huge forehead. Okay, I blend using a brush. So this is what I use to blend my concealer. So I allow the concealer under my eyes and the bridge of my nose to sit for a while because I need full coverage there. But for every other one, I just blend it out because like I'm not really interested in having full coverage there. After blending with my concealer brush, I go in with my foundation brush just to blend in the edges so that I have a seamless blend. And then I blend the concealer on my cupid's bow, and I'm going to connect this with the one under my eyes. I just gently pat the concealer so I don't move it around too much. Also get the eyes. So this is what my face looks like after blending my concealer. You can see that it's not totally full coverage, it's just giving natural. Okay, that is how I love my makeup to look. I don't like that too bright concealed under eye. I love it to be subtle, but you can do whichever you want to do. So going in with my foundation brush just to blend the edges and make sure that there are no harsh lines. Next up is to set the areas that I concealed, and I'm going to be going in with the Laura Mercier setting powder and my Real Technique sponge to do that. So I'll just take a little bit on the cover, dip my sponge inside, tap off the excess on the back of my hand, and then go in and blend inside. I am not baking, I'm just literally blending the powder in until it's fully absorbed. I need a mirror for this, guys. Let me not. Yeah. Go in. The next step is to bronze / contour. This is what I'm going to be using to contour my face. I'm going to be using this shade here. I'm going to pick up the product and then tap off the excess and apply blending upward. So after contouring my face, I go in with a compact powder and I use the Note compact powder. This is in the shade B03. I'm sorry, I don't think I showed you guys the shade that I used for my foundation. My foundation shade is also B03, and my Maybelline Superstay is in the shade 362 Truffle. This particular powder doesn't have a red undertone, as you can see, so I don't know why the foundation has a red undertone. But yeah, I'm going to use this to set every other part of my face and also just basically blend everything in. So the next thing is to go in with a blush. I use the Zaron blush in the shade Rose Charm. This color actually complements my complexion for some reason, I don't know. Okay, so the next thing I do is to go in with my eyeshadow palette. This is the one that I use. I literally use only one color in this palette, to be very honest. This is the shade that I go in with. I go in with this Real Techniques brush. This is supposed to be for cream blushes, but yeah, just apply it to my eyelid. So after applying my eyeshadow to my lid, I go in with a loose eyeshadow brush to blend my crease, just to blend the ends of the eyeshadow for it to look softer. Depending on how I am feeling at a particular time, I decide if I want to use a setting spray or not. But if I want to use a setting spray, this is when I go in with it, and I use the MAC Fix Plus. I'm not going to be lining my lids today. I'm going to just go in with the Zaron Wing Mascara. This is quite lengthening. Go in. So after applying my mascara, I go ahead to clean my lips properly so that I can apply my lip product. So for my lip, I'll go in with the Zaron Luxurious Lip Gloss in the shade Sugar Plum, and I would normally line my lip or not depending on how I am feeling. Today I don't feel like lining my lip. I feel like having that very no makeup look, so I'm just going to go in with my lip gloss. And yes, there you have it, my very minimal, simple makeup routine, everyday makeup routine. Even if I was going out, like probably to an event, I would still do this, but maybe just heighten it up a bit, maybe wearing falsies or putting shimmer on my lid. I don't use glue. You can see my skin is already glowing from within, and when I start to produce oil on my skin, it blends better and it gives me the glow. So yeah guys, that's that for my makeup routine. I hope you gained 1 or 2 tips from this. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Let it go. 얼어붙어 like whoa. 띵하고 어지러워. I see. 한여름에도 넌 겨울. Yeah, girl you cold blood. Yeah, 너와 있을 때 I swear. 제가 먼저